How many times have you heard that you never get a second chance to make a first impression? Lots. How many of you actually believe it? You should. Personal life, business life, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. And that's just not physical. That also goes, if you're representing some form of a business, that first impression is huge. And I'll start there. If you walk into an establishment and the employees are rude, the place is dirty, the grounds are absolutely horrid, and a lot of times if I can't get past the grounds, I'm not going through the doors. So there's that. And that goes for trash, laying around. That goes for unmaintained buildings. There's your signage. You look like you belong in a horror movie because your 5-letter title is missing 4. I'm not going in. Just not going to put myself in that predicament. If I do get through the doors and employees don't make eye contact with me and speak to me, smile. Give me a smile. You don't want to talk? Don't talk. I don't feel like talking some days either. Smile. It's clean, has a pleasant smell of some form. It's kept, can be an old establishment as long as it's kept and maintained. That's a good first impression. I can do that. Physical appearance. When I was primarily doing hiring and interviews, I can tell you I knew when the person walked through the door what my first impression was. And I'm going to tell you this, and then I'm going to kick y'all off because I got to go. I was hiring for a sales team member, and I'd done multiple interviews, so you're always hopeful for the next, like you're optimistic for the next. And so the resume looked great. The young woman walked through the front doors, and I was sitting at an angle where I could see when they entered. And women, here's my first thing. If you're going to wear a peep toe or open-toed shoe, do something with your toes. You do not have to go get an expensive pedicure, but don't come in with chipped nail polish. Don't come in with if your toenails are jacked up for some reason, I need you to do a closed toe. Okay? Don't come in with your heels all busted up and the back of that shoe open. So I'm going to tell you, just envision one of those scenarios. She shouldn't have had an open-toed shoe on. We're going to start there. Your clothes need to fit. I don't mean you need to come in dressed like a no disrespect, like a nun. What I mean is, if you're wearing a dress, skirt, I need it to hit the top of the knees. Call me old-fashioned. But when you're in business, I need you to dress professionally. So I need that skirt to hit the top of them knees. If you're wearing pants, I need them to fit. I don't care. I'm not fat shaming. Here's what I'm saying. Don't come in like a busted up can of biscuits with pants that don't fit. I need them to fit. Your zipper shouldn't be bulging out the front with a shirt that is tucked in. We don't do that either. You don't have to have an expensive hairdo or color job, but your face should be clean, your hair should be clean and fixed in some way. Whether if it's long and you just want to pin it back, so be it. I used to have waist-length hair. I get it. But your hair needs to be maintained to some manner. And you should have a clean appearance. I need you to shower. Hands. I'm big on hands. You do not have to go again and spend a ton of money at a nail shop to get your hands done. I don't. Used to. Don't anymore. But your hands should be manicured. And that goes for men and women. Don't come in with some jacked up hands, because the first thing I'm looking at, I'm just going to be honest, I'm looking at 2 things. Hands and feet. I'm looking at shoes and I'm looking at hands. Call me vain, call me whatever you want. It is what it is. You should look clean. Your clothes should fit. And you should have some form of good hygiene going on. So I've covered just a little bit about people and physical appearance and actual companies and their presentation. I probably said too much. Someone can come for me. It's not going to change the way I think. Anyway, y'all have a good day.